niche by Arlo's body, nodding her head to the beat as she accepted a spliff. She was mid-20s, tall and rangy. Round glasses, wavy blonde hair with a red and white polka-dot headscarf like Rosie the Riveter. Bracelets and necklaces, dungarees and vegan docks, scarlet tattoo of a handprint on her shoulder. Farah had come to the Skelfs to arrange Arlo's funeral a few days ago, knowing exactly what she wanted. This was it, and Dorothy was regretting it. She was all for a party, but would have preferred if they weren't about to get stranded. Farah. Dorothy. Farah hugged her, and Dorothy felt the genuine warmth of her affection. Have a talk. Not while I'm working. Dorothy pulled at her shirt cuffs. Farah, the tide has turned. We need to go. Farah looked around. Maybe we should stay until the next one. We went over this. You wanted the funeral as green as possible, so Arlo isn't embalmed. If you keep him here for another 8 hours, it won't be pretty. Farah passed the joint to an older woman, then stuck 2 fingers in her mouth and gave a sharp whistle. Move out! The party started to shift, a young woman pulling the orange PA speaker on wheels, 2 men lifting the ropes attached to the ends of Arlo's body. One was round his ankles, the other looped under his armpits. They slung the ropes over their shoulders and walked, Arlo hanging between them like a deer from a successful hunt. Indy joined Dorothy at the front as they led the funeral party across the island. They trekked through the trees, past the remains of teenage piss-ups, ashes, blankets, beer cans and vodka bottles. They walked up the hill, and Dorothy saw the dragon's teeth, the extended row of large sawtooth concrete structures that marked the causeway. Originally submarine defences, now rotting along with the rest of the wartime detritus. Come on, Dorothy called over her shoulder. Indy shared a look with her. The party was strung out behind them, swaying to left field on the PA, the beats coming and going in the wind. Indy picked the route to the beach, Dorothy and Farah behind. Dorothy saw a low wash sliding across the causeway. The tide came in quickly. Indy waited for Dorothy and Farah. Then they turned to look back. The 2 tall lads carrying Arlo were kicking up sand, some stragglers behind them. I don't know, Dorothy said, looking at the water. It's already coming in. It's fine. Farah stuck her chin out and whistled like a builder again. Let's go! The crowd picked up speed as Farah ushered Dorothy and Indy forward. Dorothy splashed onto the causeway, soaking her trainers, low ripples runneling across the concrete and seaweed. She started to jog. She was fit for her age, but not fast. Indy was at her side, slowing her pace to stay near. Dorothy didn't want to look back. The path underfoot was uneven and slippy. She could easily trip. The concrete teeth loomed over her as she ran. She heard the thud of techno still coming from the speaker behind her, the splash of 20 pairs of feet through the rising tide. It was past her ankles now, quickly at her shins, soaking her trousers, the cold creeping up her legs. Then she was wading through water over her knees. Indy pulled her elbow. Dorothy risked a glance behind, saw a thrash of water around everyone's legs as if they were being attacked by piranha. Then the music cut out as water got into the PA. The woman pulling it struggled, then left it as water reached her thighs. Alongside her, a young couple had toddlers in their arms. Near the back were the 2 men with Arlo's body low in the water, the soaked winding sheet clinging to him. Hurry up, Indy said, pulling Dorothy's arm. She turned and waded as fast as she could, strong currents tugging at her waist, almost knocking her off balance. The raised walkway was up ahead. Indy dragged her along now, the 2 of them panting, Dorothy swearing under her breath. The steps to the walkway were a few yards away when her foot skidded from under her and she splashed face first into the wash. The icy snap of the water was shocking, pushed the air from her lungs. She scrambled and flailed. Indy yanked her upright, then she staggered a few more yards and felt the first step, pulled at the supporting rope and hauled herself out of the water to the safety of the walkway. She fell to her knees, struggling to breathe. Are you okay? Indy was next to her, panting and spitting out seawater. She heard footsteps, swearing and grunting as others made it to dry land. They lay around like landed fish, sunshine on their faces.